Hello, and welcome. I am Web Weaver, and I'm so glad that you have found my channel here today. This is where I do a one-card tarot reading just to give us some guidance for our day ahead. Getting business out of the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. And I am using the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. This deck is different than traditional tarot, so I do have some notes that I've made here just to help me guide myself in the readings. So this will be for Saturday, July 12th. Hope you all enjoyed your Friday. We actually took our children to get their first library cards today. So that was fun. Now we all have some reading material here at home. Right. Saturday, July 12th. What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? What's our message for the day? What do we need to know for the day? All right. I'm going to split the deck. I'll take the card in the middle. I do not read reversals. Cool. We have the Ten of Air. So let me grab my notes here. We have not seen this one before, so let me bring you down. All right. So the Ten of Air represents a time in our life after we have chosen to step free of the mask and wear only one face in private and public. No longer do we hide our thoughts, beliefs, or feelings in order to be accepted, liked, or respected. We have turned our back on expectation, on convention, on mediocrity, on normalcy, to embrace and accept who we are and stand tall and proud. It is time to separate from the herd, to walk your own path. It is time to be the best you that you can be, instead of who society tells you to be. I love the message of this card. I do. You can see the figure there has her back to us because she has turned away and is going on her own path. So this card seems like a bigger picture card than just one day, but it may start for you or be prominent in your life tomorrow. But at some point tomorrow, you're going to realize that you no longer need to wear that mask. We all have worn masks and may still wear masks. Maybe you wear masks around certain people. It could be masks in front of family members, whereas you're your true self out in public, or vice versa. But you don't need to hide who you are. You don't need to hide your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings. Societal norms don't need to have that hold on you any longer. And maybe tomorrow is a day where you realize that, where you start to realize that. Or maybe you have already been considering this and you're going to take a step in that direction. You need to be proud of who you are. This has been part of my journey this past year or so, where I've started doing these videos. I'm looking at possibly putting a class together to try to teach at the community college in the evening, one of their special classes, like somebody teaches Reiki and things like that. stepping out of those conventions and not being afraid to show who you are. It's freeing. It really is. I used to share things on Facebook, and I would have a select group that I would share my spiritual side to, and no more. It just all goes out there. I don't care what they think. So now is the time to be the best you that you can be instead of who society tells you to be. I hope that this has meaning for you tomorrow. This is a very freeing card. I feel like in the bigger picture, this almost relates to breaking free of the old, right? The way things have been, the status quo, that no longer works in this world. And we are turning our back on that. And we are making changes and being willing to step into the future. So, in the bigger picture, I feel like this is tying into breaking free of the old norms that no longer serve and stepping forward into that which we have yet to create, the unknown. But in your personal life, this is going to be something that you maybe have hid from others, either in private or in public, or both. And maybe you're going to realize that that's not necessary anymore. And it's a process, it really is. Don't rush it, right? Don't feel like if you have not taken any steps that you just suddenly need to be completely open with everybody, because that doesn't work either, right? You need to take steps when you're comfortable, but maybe tomorrow's the day you realize you need to start those steps or take the next one. Whatever it is, I hope you feel that freeing energy, that weight lifted off of your shoulders when you no longer need to hide things. Last year at Mabon, I invited my mom and my stepdad and my brother and my sister-in-law. I invited them all to dinner. And that was the first time in my entire life that in front of my family, I said, I am a witch. I practice witchcraft. But I took the time to explain what I believe and what I practice and what I do. And they were very appreciative of it. And I told them they were always welcome to come to any of the celebrations. But I wanted them to know that what I was doing was not baneful, right? It was so freeing. That weight. I mean, there were tears because I'd never in my life thought I would say those words in front of my mother and not have a problem, right? So just think about this meaning in your life and apply it as you feel necessary. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday evening and a freeing and open Saturday. And I will see you or be here tomorrow for your next reading. Have a great evening. Blessed be.